So welcome back, it's part 2 of the Ultimate Landcruiser build, and we've got Andy back here again. The first video in the description down below is when he'd only had the vehicle a short while. He got a couple of little mods to it, but it was a fairly stock vehicle. Previously you'll hear him talk about how this used to be a Paris-Dakar race truck with a full roll cage, all the bits and bats. That'll be in the previous one. But now it's converted from a race truck to an Overlander. He's still modifying it, but let's bring you through a few little items that he's done. He's admiring my chair. It's only taken me 2 years to find one that's fat lad proof.
Chair envy.
So, now we're back with it again. How have you got on? It's been 10 months since the last one. Yeah. What have you done? What were your priorities? And then we'll go a bit further from there. What are you aiming for?
Yeah, I had a plan, didn't I?
You had a plan.
I did. Anyway, forget that. So basically, I'll tell you what I have done. Start at the front of the vehicle. Got a winch bumper commissioned. That had its challenges. Took about 9 months. It had a bend in it. It took 9 months for that to get rectified. It's kind of more or less straight. Well, it is straightened out now. But that's already sold. So this is a project we're doing to make about 10 of these to help people in the UK and Europe get a decent bumper, because there's nothing available for us apart from the old ARB style, which no one seems to want anymore. So yeah, front bumper done. Headlights changed, grille changed. They've all been updated to a more recent.
So these look the same. What is the difference? Is it just the back bit's a bit?
Just new.
Just new.
Just newer, yeah. I've got a friend of mine who breaks 80s and builds Dodge body trucks on them. So anything body wise, I've got kind of the pick of what I want. So yeah, I've got those new indicators. Everything's been kind of wrapped and coated apart from the Toyota logo in the middle. That's been gloss blacked.
That's a good idea. Who thought of that?
That was me.
Was it? Was that you? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the aero catches were already on there. Snorkel was on there. We've gone for new wheels and tyres. Went for 17s. Brake technology's moved on a lot since the 90s when these were built as standard. They're okay for stopping a standard truck, but when you start adding a lot of weight to it, there's room for improvement in there with a bigger brake kit. Also, I don't drive it slow, he'll tell you. So, you know, being able to stop is kind of important. Rich will tell you all about brake failure with Edna. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, what else have we done? Batteries. We've had some new batteries, some Odyssey marine batteries in there that are absolutely epic. I'll show you those later. Tidied up the engine bay a bit. That's looking nice now. Interior, again, my mate that does all the braking, I've managed to get an interior roof liner without the sunroof hole.
Because yours was bare, wasn't it? With it being a race truck. It had the most uncomfortable bucket seats.
Oh yeah.
The harnesses, just no carpets, no insulation, no nothing, just a roll cage. It was brutal when he bought it. Yeah. So I've put standard seats in now. I didn't realise the driver's seat's got a bolster grip thing you can move in and out. So it's like a bit like a Recaro now. Very nice. Full carpet interior. Full body trims apart from 2 at the back now, so it actually drives and sounds like a 1990s Landcruiser should, instead of a great big tin box. Gullwing doors fitted. Well, I fitted them myself, but made by a guy called Star Cruiser on the Landcruiser forum. They're absolutely brilliant. We've got a part of a kitchen installed. I've got a slide out drawer by Direct 4x4. That's really cool. So when you get to the rear, you've got the gull wings, you've got access in every direction. Yep. So the biggest thing, one of the first things that I go for in any build is it's going to be a sheltered area, because we live in a country where we're about to get rained on quite heavily. What have you got? What have you gone for? Well, that's a great question, Richard. Thank you for asking. So we've gone for the Bush Company 270 awning, not the XT, just the standard size one. Pull it out, built like a brick, you know what house. Expensive, but you know, It is what it is. Tent wise, didn't go for the Bush Company roof tent. Controversial, I know.
I agree with that because I do love a roof tent.
How do you get in a roof tent?
With load carrying equipment.
Cherry picker.
No, so I like roof tents.
Yeah.
They are a good bit of kit, especially the hard shells, for doing it overnight. But if you're in camp and the weather's bad, I always think you're going arse first out into the rain.
Yep.
And you failed. It is shelter of just go in there, sleep, that's your lot. However, if you haven't got a hard shell vehicle like a camper like mine, because that's the best way of doing it and everyone else is wrong, is basically what you've gone for is either the swag under an awning setup, so you've got, that's your room, and then you get into your bedroom in the shelter, or
go for a carp fishing bivvy tent. That makes perfect sense.
Fishermen do know the stuff.
They do. However, a load of fishermen, namely Ridge Monkey, went over to France and saw a load of Oz tents, which is from Australia, and said, oh, why has everyone got these tents? Had a look round and realised they need to do their own solution, and there it is on top of the roof. So the Ridge Monkey XF2 standard is what I went for, which is the equivalent of an Oz tent RV5. Like Rich said, the roof tents, the clamshells especially, are for me one-dimensional. They're going to hate me for saying this. It's basically a bunk bed with a bit of a cover on it. It's not a tent, it's a bunk bed. I know I'm going to get a lot of grief for that, but hey ho.
It's personal preference. Roof tents are good for what they are.
But you said a one-nighter.
I don't agree with the price of the...
No.
See, the hard shells to me is the only way forward now, because I've had all the soft shells, I've had all the open ups, and if you're going to do it, unless you've got 57 kids, a hard shell's the way forward. But, and the big but is, a good hard shell money is $3,000. You can buy a car for that.
Yes, very true. And the one I was looking at was the Bush Company Alpha, so that was it's strong money. It's a good bit of kit. As far as clamshell tents goes, it is good. But for me, the concept, if I do go on a long trip where I'm doing lots of one-nighters, maybe not. I don't know.
What showed me when we went to the bushcraft show, and you showed me how you can stand there and have a shower in your awning.
Yeah.
You can put 2 fishing beds in it and have 2 people comfortably in big beds. If you want to get up and use the toilet, you're not climbing out into weather or anything like that. You can have your own toilet system or what have you in that area. You're enclosed, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can stand up and get changed. It's that comfort. Plus, you haven't got $3,000 sat on your roof that someone can steal at any point. You haven't got wind drag constantly. You've got a little, don't get me wrong, you've got a little, but it's what? A fifth of the drag.
Oh, it's that.
So it swings and roundabouts. If you were going to Morocco and having a month's trip and every single night you're in a different spot, I don't think you can beat a roof tent.
No.
But for UK weather and UK laning and UK everything else, is it the best option?
Yeah. the other consideration was roof racks. Obviously, you know, you've got to find somewhere to put the awning and the tent. And ARB haven't done a new roof rack design for 20 years, and they've come out with the base rack system. Yeah, it's good. I like the whole dovetail joint thing.
You don't see much of ARB anymore, do you? Because I think in the 90s, early 2000s, apart from what I'm sat on, no. But no, it used to be. If you wanted Overland, it was ARB, wasn't it? It was like that was the go-to kind of brand, wasn't it? Yeah. But it's almost like the old blokes with series Land Rovers and khaki shorts, isn't it? It kind of faded off.
Yeah.
There's the new generation of Overlander, which it's not Overland to Morocco all the time. It's Overland to a campsite in Wales, but that is modern Overland, isn't it? It's not what it was. And with that has come a lot of new brands and a lot of new options.
Yeah.
So it's nice to say ARB actually do something a bit more modern and.
Well, yeah, I think.
Because you do get companies like Frontrunner that they're starting to come back with a lot of little innovations and things, aren't they?
Yeah. There's lots of them, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. But I mean, it's like that chair. That chair, I think they've done so well on that.
Yeah, I've spent 2 years looking for a chair, and this is the one that ticks all the boxes on it. Anyway,
have to cut that bit.
So that's your tent system. That's your awning system. So power. What have you done for power?
So Jackery 1000 solar generator with the two Saga panels, which I fucking love. Absolutely brilliant.
And you absolutely take with that, don't you? Electric kettle, electric toaster.
Yeah, it's
fridge.
It's the way forward. Well, I tried to run a fridge, but it broke. I've had 2 broken fridges, but anyway, I still need to find a decent fridge. We might be going for a camper van fridge, caravan fridge.
Fridge companies, get in touch.
Eh?
Fridge companies, get in touch.
Yeah, anyone that's got a decent fridge that does that, yeah, get in touch.
Or would you have a draw one? Psh, you know, like the trucks.
What, Star Trek?
Yeah.
Psh, psh. Maybe.
Because you've got a nice storage system in the back, haven't you? That's a pull-out drawer, so you can also get a pull-out drawer fridge.
Oh, what, to the right of it?
Yeah.
No, that's where my drifter kitchen's going to go.
Your drifter kitchen, mate.
Yeah, mate. All right, Luke. Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, ARB roof rack, great choice. Solid bit of, you know, all welded together, and then the dovetail clampy thing, great. I will be doing reviews on a lot of these pieces on my channel.
He has got a channel, so if you really want to, go to Andy's channel and type on every video wobbly sausage.
Yeah, the wobbly sausage comment section is very popular, isn't it, Richard?
For those that don't know, on a lot of my media, because Andy's obviously got a new channel, he doesn't get many notifications or anything like that. So because he's not on Instagram and things like that, I sent everybody over to his channel to write wobbly sausage. So when he woke up in the morning, he got dozens and dozens and dozens of notifications of wobbly sausage off of everybody, and your subscriber count had doubled.
Yeah, it went up. Yeah. So go over to mud-kit. Well, no, that's the website. mud-kit, and you'll find me on YouTube. I'm sure you'll put a link in the description below, won't you?
On the screen below.
Oh, and the description, hopefully.
It will be in the description as well. If you want to hit that link at the end of the video, tap on that, give him a subscribe. If you want something that peels the wallpaper off the walls, then just play his videos.
We'll see. Yeah, so I think that's probably about everything that I've done so far. Oh, power steering pump pot replacement. That's what I did. Good old Alley Sport.
It's a nice thing to sit on the motorway in. You can have a conversation like this kind of volume, no dramas whatsoever, which is unheard of in a Defender. You've got power. It's got some serious power. Just sat in 5th gear when I drove this at 55 mile an hour, accelerating up to 80 like it's nothing without dropping a gear. That's the bit that makes this the ultimate overland kind of vehicle, because mine's alright, and it has been on a round the world trip, and it's done Australia, Africa, Europe, Asia, the lot, but it's brutal. It's slow, it's underpowered, it handles badly. It's lovely that you can climb in the back and you've got a bed and all the rest of it. However, you're going to spend the majority of your day driving, and when you sat in a comfy seat with the power, with all the creature comforts and stuff,
Carpets.
It's the only thing where it flips reverses is when you get to the woods. Then you live like a peasant under a sheet, and I live in my camper.
That's not true. That's not true. I live a luxurious life, just under canvas. I've got everything. Have you got an electric kettle? No.
I have.
An electric toaster? No. You got an electric kettle?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. So at home, plugged into the wall.
Well, that's handy when you're in the middle of the woods, isn't it?
Yeah, I use the gas one.
No, it doesn't work though. That's crap. Doesn't make proper toast. We'll have a toast off. See who does the best toast.
And on that bombshell, leave us a comment down below. Let us know if there's anything else you want to say. Obviously, this is part 2 of this vehicle. We've got the big 10-ton 4x4 lorry Overland vehicle going on. We're just waiting for the insurance to sort out the camper van, and that'll be back on the road again. And Project Range Rover that we're going to push into a ditch. So, yeah. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe down below, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Appreciate your time if you've watched this far.
Subscribe to my channel as well.
Subscribe to my channel.
Mud-Kit. Much better than this channel.
Thanks for coming along.